Hi, Tiger Football. Hello, Facebook user. Invest Curry. Hello. This is really just a rapidly quick live, just to say if anyone is interested in, I'm live on Twitch and YouTube talking about investing in cards and flipping some of the cards that I've got. This is the stack there, and a bit of a Topps crystal as well. So if anyone is interested, feel free to join the live now on Twitch and YouTube. The link is in the bio. That's everything. So switch over now to YouTube and I can't even remember what it's called. YouTube and Twitch and live now, just to talk about some of the cards that I've got, some of the cards that I'm investing in, why, my thoughts on PSA 9s versus 10s. So if that interests you in the slightest, head over to YouTube and Twitch now. See you later, guys. Bye. Get a few people over. Right. YouTube and Twitch have my full attention. Ryan, hello. Ryan, hello. Evening, Aaron Benjamin Clark. Evening, Facebook user. Hello. Hi, Zach. I'm fine, mate. I'm fine. I think numbers are going to be short today because there's a lot of prison breaks going on. I think I'm in one. I think. But just for those who are in now, basically, today is going to be about some of the cards that I sent to SGC on an express, and the purpose of why I've sent them, and kind of my thoughts on the market in general, and then also we've got this to rip, and I'll tell you why very shortly. This pack's quite heavy actually, and I'll tell you why very shortly. But that's it. That's it, really. I wanted to do more of these types of talks, as the page says, investing in soccer. A lot of what I do is, well, actually, not a lot of what I do. I wish I did more. But what I want to do is to grow my collection, or should I say, shrink my collection, but the collection of be more high valuable things. So I'm hopefully, obviously, we do this every Tuesday. The cards that I've sent off, they'll start to come back, and then I'll put them on eBay or whatever, and then we'll start to talk about. And I'll show you basically what I'm investing in and the profits that I make, the losses. Like, it's just one of those things. I lost on Sancho, but Sancho's coming back now, so that investment is starting to look good again. That's why you don't sell too cheaply. I was happy to hold them. Right, so hi Max. If you have time today, mate, would love to know your perspective on Felix cards going forward. That's a great shout. Felix is definitely someone I want to buy into, so I'll definitely talk to you about that. Double cam, mate. Stepping up the game. You know me. So, right, where to begin? Where to begin? So, as always, as well, anyone's got any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. I'll try and keep up with the chat. Look, there's few people in today, so hopefully I should be able to keep up with chat. So to begin with, let's make sure. To begin with, the card that I sent to SGC. Love how you got USC. US eBay is the one. That's how you make money. That's if you actually no, whatever your purpose is, if it's to make money or to get something for your collection, it's US eBay, because you just save so much. Aaron, are there any updates with the February PSA? February PSA. Wait, did you say PSA? Yeah, February PSA are they're at PSA basically. It depends on what sub, depending on what level. To be fair, I think they're all at the same level, apart from I think regular and express are at grading phase now. If it was economy you sent at, that it's still in research and ID. If it was a ticket, it's still in research and ID. But the rest are in grading as we speak. Probably updating the group on Friday or something like that. So the cards that I've got, I sent off about 20 cards. One of these might not be mine. I've not had a chance to go through them because I've been busy with uh, previous submissions and submitting the next lot of cards to PSA. So I've not. I'm pretty sure 98% of these are mine. But I'm gonna go through them anyway and talk why I sent them off. So I am sitting on thousands of cards, absolute thousands of cards, and this glare is gonna do my head in. I'm not angelic; it's just the light. So I'm sitting on thousands of cards, and that's not a brag. In the slightest. Like I'm sitting on way too many cheap low end cards that I've either got from breaks, from stuff that I've opened, and then just not being able to sell the cards. So when SGC opened their regular tier, their regular tier. When SGC opened their express tier, what should I say? When SGC opened their express tier, I was like, okay, this is the opportunity that I've been looking for. The cards come back, or they say the cards come back in 2 weeks. It's £40 a tier. If you go through me, £40 a tier, £40 a card. Let me send 20 odd cards, which comes to £800 or so. That's shipping. That's everything coming back. And then I was like, okay, if I've got these 20 cards, or can I find 20 cards what will double the amount that I'm putting in? So if it's 800 that I've put in terms of shipping, and then an extra few £100, let's call it, round it to 1,000, that then can I double that? What cards do I need to do all that? And I settled on these. It was a bit of a rush, but also a bit. I tried to think through it as best as possible to say, okay, can I make £2,000 based on this? So basically £100 a slab as an average. Some I hope to go for more. Some's going to definitely go for less, especially the lower graded ones. But that was the aim of why I chose this stack. So I'll go through the stack now. I'll see. I've not actually seen what some of these sell for on eBay. I just kind of had a feeling of, okay, this is a nice card. Let's see if we can get a 10 or whatever, and let's see then what it sells for. So, first one up, I'm going to take out of this poor sleeve. First one is a Diego Jota to 25. $18 and 25. Diego Jota, that's a 10. Again, kind of a no-brainer. He's had a really decent season this year. Short print. It was super clean, the card. So it was kind of a no-brainer on that one. Then, one thing that I'm investing in, especially a lot more going forward, is the USMNT players who are definitely, if they qualify, which they should, for the next World Cup. They always just seem to sell. They always just seem to sell well. So this is Yunus Musa, and I think it's 55 of 99. There we go, 55 of 99. That was the next one, so that got 9.5. All right, happy with that one. Then kind of speaks for itself. Cristiano Ronaldo, just an orange laser. I think these sell for around £20 on their own. Could be wrong. It's probably come down a little bit. Maybe 15, maybe 12. But graded, hope to get 70 to 80. Obviously, I was expecting a 10, but got a 9 on this. I won't go into why it's not why it got it, why it's not got it. This, I think, is gone up by £20 overnight, £20-30 overnight. So Harry Kane, obviously, he absolutely dominated the game yesterday. 31 of 99. Alone probably could sell for, I don't know, 30 quid, 30 odd quid. So if I could get over 100 quid for this, I'd be happy with that. So that's that one. These were just these. Scratching my watch. If this watch wasn't fiberglass, it'd be so scratched. Then we have a evening Aaron, mate. Then the next few I just kind of chanced it and just saw what I got, so, hoping that someone will see it as being an early Zidane, and trying to you get to say I don't know. I genuinely don't know what I'd get for this. I'm not sure on the pop count or anything. Hi Alfie pal. And then another Zidane. Again, this one's in a 5. So for those of you who just joined, I'm basically saying why I sent these to, the reason why I sent these to SGC. These are all for flipping, trying to enhance the level of cards that I'm trying to invest in. So I'm getting all the low-end cards that I've got, sending them to SGC because it's quick, it's cheap, and then flipping them for hopefully at least double what I put into it. And that's why I'm going through these, because these are my recent ones. So Thierry Henry to 7. I've actually got the one in the Monaco kit. My guy, Leon's here. I've actually got the one in the Monaco kit at PSA at the moment. So there we go. That. This is a nice one. Alan St. Maximin. That's 8 of 15. We've got a Rafael Leao to 10. That's to 49. So again, hopefully decent money. The velocities sell all right. A bit miffed on this one. I don't know why he got only an 8. It's just annoying. I did follow you. Absolutely followed you. Did you accept the request? You've got to accept the request. This is the 8 of... this is an 8, which is only to 49, but again, I suppose if I can get the cost back a grading plus maybe 10, 20 quid, I'd be happy. This is a decent one. Federico Chiesa to 49. Federico Chiesa, that's a 10. Again, this is probably where I'll get a decent chunk back. Lionel Messi to 10. There we go. And these. So I got a few of these. These are just base, but Canadians love their guys. So I thought, even though it's base, and you shouldn't really do base, it's he's only got a few rookie cards out there. So there's only a few options if you are wanting to collect Jonathan David. So to have them slabbed, I think they sell for about 10 to 20 on their own. It was a no-brainer for me. But again, these I'll have to flip quick before everyone latches onto my plan, and there's loads that flood the market. And also the Topps products that's coming out. So any Europa League, anything that Lille are going to be in, and it's always best to be first in sports cards. So got a 10 on that. Erling Haaland to 99. 10 on that one. Karim Adeyemi to 49. 10 on that. Theo Hernandez, 99. Again, 9.5 on that. This one I'm a bit annoyed about. Thomas Muller, this was out of 5. 5 of 5. There we go. Thomas Muller auto. This is a beauty. Again, hopefully can get a few coinage for this one. So is that a 25, 10 of 10. And then last but not least, Noah Lang. Yeah, I did see that's so cool. It's so cool. I love the old school stuff. Definitely want to try and get into more vintage myself. I mean, that's just super old. Um, but the amount people are getting into sports cards now, it's insane. A lot are gonna start coming bad. Ah, there you go. I thought I did. Well, I'm sure I did. My bad. No, I've actually not. I've barely had a chance to do anything this week. So those are the cards that I have invested in, to for the sole purpose of flipping this week because they only came back last week. Flipping this week, putting on eBay and seeing literally what I can get for them. See if I can double the cash that I put in, which like in all is probably about £1,000, which is the cost of grading each card, and also as you can see, most of these are from the Alfonso Davies Velocity set, which only cost me whatever it was when it came out, 30 quid, 35 quid, something like that. I can't remember. So a few of those packs, and that's it for those. So what I'm gonna do, unless there's no questions, is I'm gonna go through a few of these to see if I can actually make any money. I won't go through them all because I don't want it to be too me just searching on eBay and blah blah blah. Because I've also got this to open and explain. This is a what do you call it? This is a sleeper. So I'll go into that in a sec, but I want to go through the to see if I've see if I've got any value in these. Ryan, Ryan, find this very interesting as I have a few mid tier I need to sell to think I will grade to see what happens to. Yeah, I mean so just to then explain my process again is I've like I said, and it's absolutely not a brag because look at these. These are just by my side. Um, just absolutely, I've got mountains of cards. Right, there's cards in there that will be sell for five. There's cards around me that I'll sell for 5, 10, 15 quid. The good ones, if you can get a 10, if you can get nines in them, you've always got to factor in the price. Aaron said it there. You've got to factor in the price of grading. So factor in the price of the raw card, factor in the price of grading the card, and then see what it can sell for. So, for instance, we'll go for this Noah Lang Tops Deco. So we'll have a look at that. I might be interested in the Zizou and Henri. We'll talk, mate. So we'll go for this one. So Noah Lang. Tops Deco to 99. So cool. Yeah. Pretty much what I expected. So about $30. So about 22 quid. About 22 quid. So all in all 60 quid. This is actually linked with Arsenal actually. This I'll probably put up for about 80. Again, not everything I'm expecting to get a return, and that's also one of the things. Like I said, with the Harry Kane that I've got, Harry Kane is now being talked about because of the weekend that he's had. So it would have been a good time to put his cards up because he's selling pretty well. He's in the media, and people are talking about it. So then naturally, people are going to start looking for his cards. So Noah Lang, if everyone remembered a few months ago, everyone was talking about Noah Lang. So he might not be talked about again until the summer when transfers are happening, if he gets a move to another club, which I'm sure he will at some point. So sometimes it's just about timing as well. You So those of you who are on Twitch, my guy, Compton Football Clubs, look at him on Instagram. He's on YouTube and he's just said your rate of return is much better at flipping new cards that are SGC slab compared to the time you wait for PSA and the price. PSA for long, SGC for short, and that's it. That's literally the point in me doing this. These none of these cards I want to keep long term. The cards that I sent to PSA, even if I am looking to sell them, I'd be happy if they remained in my collection for a year. I'd be happy if they remained in the collection for 6 months. All these cards, no emotion to them. I just want to get rid of them, and that's the best way. So even if you look at it, because what I think, especially the people I speak to on a daily basis, is understanding negative returns. So, for instance, let's say I've put 80 quid into this card. I've physically put 80 quid into this card, but I only sell it for 60. At least that £60 is back in my pocket, even though it's a 20% negative, even though it's a £20 negative return, it's £60 in my pocket to buy something else. If I put this in a cupboard somewhere, I'm not getting that money back instantly. Do you know? So even though I may not reach my goal of doubling up, let's say, like I said, £1,000 what's gone in, which is about $1,300. I'm looking to double that and get £2,000 back. If I only get to £1,400, or if I only get to £1,200, that's not me like annoyed at that. I then use that £1,200, put it into something else, and then try and flip that. So it's about also understanding the negative return of getting certain things back. And making sure you've got that cash flow constantly in the business, and I think that's something new to people. It's new to it's newish. It's newish to me in terms of kind of realizing how to utilize cash flow and actually having money to buy something. Again, for instance, if then I've got that £1,200 back or £1,000 back, and Tops drops something tomorrow, a curated set, I've then got £1,000 to buy 10 boxes, 20 boxes of whatever's just come out. Whereas if I don't sell all these cards, if I don't sell any of these, then I'm not getting. I won't have any money to purchase any new stock, any new card sets that come out, or if something's newly listed on an eBay, I can't then utilize that. So again, it's about just having constant cash flow, which is what I'm trying to do more and showcase more over the next few weeks, starting with these. So this is my starting bunch. So let's say I started with £1,000. This is what I've got for £1,000. All these are what I got for £1,000. So then my aim is to put all of these on eBay this week. So I'll probably put them on Thursday for a 10-day auction, and probably put them on Thursday for a 10-day auction, and then again, hopefully, doubling my money. If I don't, I'll take whatever return I get and then pump that into something. Whether I pump it into one card, whether I pump it into 10 cards, I don't really know yet. We'll see. We'll see. And like I said, I'll document it all. So, Aaron, how you doing, mate? You okay? That's the good thing. Oh, so sorry, I missed a few questions here. Yeah, stick it up for 100. Is that the no lang? Yeah, yeah, potentially. What I need to do is, I need to, and I need to have time to sit down, look through them all, and see the kind of rate of return that I'm expecting. Because again, I want to do this again with another 20 cards, like in a week or 2 weeks. Because SGC are so quick now. A 2 week turnaround. This took 2 weeks. Okay, maybe close to 3 weeks, just because of it was stuck at customs for a while. But realistically, if it was quick through customs, this would have taken just over 2 weeks. It took about 15 days to get card shipped to SGC, and card shipped back to me, that means within a month I can do this twice. Theoretically, I can do this twice. So if I put £1,000 in, turn it to £2,000 in, turn it to £2,000, then I'm gonna have to charge my laptop soon. Then put another £1,000, or take £1,000, take £1,000 from that, blah 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 blah. Do it again, £2,000. Then I've doubled my money for the whole month. £2,000. That's $2,600, and that's money I wouldn't have if I didn't do this. What do you call it? Didn't do this flipping, and that's the point of flipping cards. So I'll catch up now with comments. That's the good thing using air. Oh no, sorry, Ryan. What would you do with a card that you think will be an 8, for example? Not worth grading, right? Yeah, no. So this goes to one of the things I actually wanted to say today. Leon will know more about this, but in the UK as well, and I'll always use the UK because where everything's new to us, so it's not that it's applicable to everyone, not in this, not in the slightest, but to most people, it's we all follow the same journey. We kind of all gone into breaks. We've all got loads of cards. We've all not sold cards. They all got cards that we thought were going to be selling higher, so we've just kept them and put them in a thing somewhere. We're afraid of getting 8s and 9s, where actually getting a 9 is actually the point of grading and selling to grade. It's grading, it's selling it's selling or buying what you can afford, right? So for instance, a Kylian Mbappe rookie sticker, I think it's around £7,000 right now. I can't afford to buy a Kylian Mbappe rookie sticker in a PSA 10. A PSA 9 might be £2,000, right? So that could be, just a bit over my budget. So then I'm looking at PSA 8s. So graded in the right card, it's worth it. And this is why you always check comps. Check comps of PSA 7s. Check comps of PSA 8s. I mean, for instance, let's just do it now. So just using that example, Kylian Mbappe, Panini foot, PSA 10. So $7,900 is what a 10 sold for. Massively out of my budget. So I will not be buying that. PSA 9. See that steep drop, woof, to 1,000. So around $2,000. And this, and I've said it before to a few people, it's not a golden rule. It's not a golden rule by any stretch of the means, so don't take this literal. But I see the value of a PSA 9. A PSA 10 is about 3 times the value of a PSA 9. So this rings about right. $7,500 for $8,000 for a PSA 10. $2,000 for a PSA 9. Roughly there again. Very, very rough calculation. So if I then saw an increase in the 10, let's say the 10 goes to, at one point it goes from $8,000 to $10,000, $12,000. Naturally, the next step is for the 9 to then get a bump, because not everyone would be able to afford the 10. So it'll then go to the 9, then it'll go to the 8, then it'll go to this. You see, so it's not always a rule of thumb, and it is also applicable that an 8 is technically around the raw value, but it depends on what the card is. So a 9 is 2,000. An 8 is maybe 700. Yeah, 700. So $700. So if you then think, if this was the card that you have, and you were lucky enough that you've got packs of these lying around, and you've got this, a PSA 8 would still be a fantastic return. A PSA 7 would be a fantastic return. I'm going to have to charge my phone. How am I going to do this? I've only got 2 USB-C ports. How am I going to do this? Right. I have to figure something out. Alright. I am. Right, I'll tell you what. Let me take my camera out for a second. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Alright, just take this out for a second while we discuss this. So yeah, so sometimes it is good if it's an ultra modern one. If it's oh my camera's not on now. If it's a Ryan Fraser Revolution Newcastle card, yeah, there's not going to be a point. So it's always independent on what the card is, um, and what the attention is. So what I would do in that situation, Ryan, is I see what card it is that you're thinking of selling or shape. And to be fair, I give this advice anyway to anyone. If you're sending a card for grading, if there's a chance it doesn't get that elusive 10 that you really want, look at what it's selling for in a PSA 9 and a PSA 8. And if it's selling for more than what the raw well, basically the price you paid for the card and the grading, then send it still. Or if it's maybe 10, 20 quid, dollars, whatever, cheaper in an 8, then you may as well send it, because if you get a 9, you're going to get more than what you've put into it. If you're going to get a 10, you're obviously going to get substantially more. And that's also the part of like diversifying. So sending in a range of cards and seeing again what comes back, because not everything. Aaron did it the other day, and there's a few people who've done it. The other submission is you send in a load of cards, and when I say a load, like 10, 20, 30 cards to grade, knowing not everything's going to come back great. Now it's still good to I check the condition before you send it to me. Yeah, before you send it to me, check the condition, make sure it's at least decent. You don't want it to come with torn, ripped edges, ink on it, whatever. I do pre-grades, which is fine, but again, you want to know for yourself what you're buying into. So and I'm actually changing my pricing to not include pre-grades anymore. So if people want pre-grades, it's an additional fee. It'll come to roughly the same price. It's actually not increasing the price, but it's more so one time because I just don't have time to pre-grade the amount of cards that I'm grading in at the moment. But also to give back to the person that if you're doing the pre-grade yourself and confident in what you're getting, then you should get a discount for that as well. So it's more so that if you don't want pre-grade, you'll be getting a discount. But I think it's really good for everyone in general just to learn about the conditions of the cards and how cards are, what you're looking out for in terms of cards. So I need to catch up to messages. Lang had a great season last season. This year, not so great. Yeah, that's the good thing using Aaron. He gives free grades. You can then decide whether or not to grade. Charlie Kettle is having a better season than Lang. Yeah, talk on him's gone a bit quiet as well. SGC Long is dumb unless it's a 9 or 5. Those are great buys to crack if you want to hold. Yeah, cracking. That's going to be my next thing as well. Lang having Lang not having a great season this season. A lot of light has gone on Adiemi and John David. Yeah, John David is one of mine. You'd start at 98 or a minimum you'd want. It depends on what the card is. It depends on what the card is. I do like eBay auctions because I think they get the most at 99p, because I do think they get more eyes, especially if you use US eBay, ebay.com. Especially if you use ebay.com. But if you see a card that's selling for a specific amount, last 10 sales are all 800 quid, then you might not want to risk a 99p auction. You might as well just put a buy it now offer, because the likelihood is someone's going to buy it. I find when I list cards on 99p, they usually sell lower than comps. Yeah, again, it really depends on what the card is. It really depends on what the card is. Like, the cards that I know will sell well, usually do good at 99p auctions because I know it's going to get a ton of eyes on it. Can't give an example. I had a few Jack Grealish low end cards which I knew were going to do well at an auction because again people were going to see it. But at the same time, you're right. They can go lower than comps, and that's the risk. That's the risk with the auction. They can go for more, like with any auction. They can go for more. They can go for less. Even if this is Aaron on Twitch, even if you get the £1,000 back, you still broke even. You can then invest that money back into grading more. Exactly. If you can get 2,000 a month, that's more than a full time job on minimum wage, and that's that's a great aim for most of us is to at least get it's actually and this is me going off a tangent now. It should be the goal for nearly everyone to have a secondary income because pensions and all that, depending on going off your government pension and state pension, and a lot of people don't have private pensions. So you need this secondary income to be able to do the things you want in later life, to do the things you want now. Like it should always be a goal to try and make more money, in my opinion. But I'll leave uh, my income thoughts to myself regarding that. But I do think a lot is would be helped by people having a secondary income. So, and if you can, and like I said, the good thing about sports cards is you can do it for so cheap, which is why I love it. Like I'd buy a curated set for 30 quid. I can buy cards on eBay for 5, 10 quid, dollars, whatever. With the hope that something will increase in value and you'll be able to sell it for more. So there's money to be made at so many different levels, which is why I really enjoy sports cards and what I do. That's a great turnaround time. Makes investing and flipping a lot easier, especially for UK. Definitely. Hi mate, interested to know if you had. Hi mate, interested to know if you would have confined to go ahead with the Man United logo I sent you for coming free grade. Oh, sorry. Continue. If you would have continued to go ahead. Those logos are very rare. So I would, yeah, no, I think didn't we decide to go ahead on them? I thought we decided to go ahead on them. It's on the submission anyway. Uh, Jay, it's on the submission anyway. Uh, but yeah, I mean the logos are really rare, really rare. The theory behind eights and worse is that you will lose money, especially for ultra modern. You are taking a bath for ultra modern. Like my Beckham rookie card, PSA 10 last sold for around 10,000, I think. PSA 9s are up around 1,000. PSA 8s 3 to 400, I think. Like what we were talking about the other day, crazy, especially how good the condition is on that and PSA 9s. Yeah, if it's an older card or sticker, 8 is not bad. Wherein is correct, it fits budget for different collectors. Yes. So even if you get a PSA 10, the amount of people to buy that card is then limited, whereas the amount of people able to buy 9s is much more. Um, That's a good one, Leon. Leon said, "Not everyone can drive a Benz. You start with a Honda," which is a perfect analogy. To be fair, it's absolutely a perfect analogy. Like, do what you can with what you've got. If your budget is £100, buy what you can for £100. If your budget's £50, buy what you can for £50. Why I like this is because it is learning what to invest in, what the signs are, what to look for, what products to invest in. Because when you invest, if anyone does invest in stocks and shares or bonds, um, to make it decent, you've got to have a substantial amount of money to you can do it. You can do penny shares. You can do, and I'm like I said, I'm not going right into specific because yes, you can make money from most things at any level, but to do it at a good level, you want a chunk of money behind you to see reasonable returns. Whereas with sports cards, you can get 10 sports cards for a tenner. 100 sports cards for 20 quid, 30 quid. You can buy a set. There's ways to do it at a very cheap level. So that's why I implore everyone to try and do it. It's not for everyone. grading and grading and flipping is not for everyone. But if you want a bit of money in your pocket, you know a bit about football, you're in the card market, you've got cards that are just sitting there, why not? Is there, if there is something to learn about slabs now, BGS is trash and SGC is slowly creeping up as number two. Yeah, I actually seen that. My screen's not. Oh no, it is. Hold on. Was it on gem rate? Oh, we'll come to that. We'll come to that later. Let me catch up with messages. I use MGC and starting to try to pre-grade my cheap cards to understand it better. I list global shipping with eBay. See, I don't. No, Ryan, ask as many as you want. This is literally my ask me anything. This is the time that people can ask as many questions as they want. So, and if I can't answer someone like Leon, well, actually Leon's on YouTube, but I'll read out the messages. And Aaron, people who actually do this, they'll be able to help answer if I've missed your question. So please ask away. I use global shipping. I do global shipping as an option, but I actually list on US eBay, and it works a bit different. It's slightly more expensive, but you get more eyes on it. You get more eyes on the product. So for instance, who? So, for instance, I've got this listed. This is mine for someone else. A Lionel Messi Color Blast, which is $1,000. Got 5 days left. So when you list on US eBay, ebay.com, the option you use is for expedited outside of the US. So if you do Royal Mail, and you do whatever the quickest service is with Royal Mail, tracked and signed for, you would pick this shipping option to do that. Then you can upload the shipping number, blah 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 blah. What eBay.com does do, because you are international, it actually charges an extra 2%. I get charged probably about 17% of my final sale is through eBay. So it's a lot more. It's more expensive than UK eBay, but I get more views and I tend to sell more on that. 99p auction needs to be the ones people are searching for regularly. If it's rare card that people aren't searching for, buy it now is better. Yeah, we did just. Oh, sorry, mate. I get what you mean. Yeah. So, sorry, Jay. Yes. So basically, what you're doing now is what I would do. So you've got a load. You got. I know we talked briefly on cards that you have. So I know you've got a nice collection of cards anyway. The cards that you're not bothered about that are in this let's say $20 to $70 kind of range. That if you'd sold for a raw, I'm sending those types of cards to grade. So Jay sent some cards to economy. They're gonna come back. I know for a fact the cards that he sent is gonna make, if the aim was to make money from him, he's going to make more money because you factor in that economy tier, you factor in the card that he's sending and the price of that card that he's selling for all. He's going to make money on it. Now, if he sent that card on PSA Express or PSA Regular, even though the difference between regular and express is about 40 quid, that could be the profit margin. So it would make no sense for him to have sent it on that, which is why he sent it on the regular tier. Sorry, why he sent it on the economy tier, which is the lowest tier that's available, rather than the regular tier. So it's literally all about fine margins and trying to sell the right card on the right tier at the right price. So there's no point in sending the Man United logo if it got a 7.5, an 8, a 9, whatever, on Super Express, just so you can get it back quicker because you're not going to make money on it. Express, no point because you're not going to you potentially won't make money on it in a lower grade. But with it being the lowest economy, with it being a sought after card, which is the Man United logo, that gives him the best chance to make the most money in a good time frame as well. I think it's going to be about 8 to 12 weeks for it to come back on the economy tier. Whereas even if they opened a lower tier, it might be a year. And again, having that capital tied up for a year, there's not really any point. So a few months is kind of all you want to be tied. Again, in my opinion, is all you want to be tied up for, especially if the aim is to try and have this constant cycle of cash flow. So for me, like I said, my goal is I want to be able to have probably to sell 2 to 3 cards a month at one to £5,000 a month. So only two. So I only want a selling collection of probably about 10 or 20 cards. But to get to that, it's going to take me a while to get to that. So I'm having to do the low to mid first, get rid of all those, then move on to the mid, then move on to the mid to high. So I'm condensing my collection from this right down to this. So I may my percentage may be the same. So I may only be making 10%, but I'd rather make the 10% on 1 to 2 sales a month than making 10% on 1,000 cards a month. Because it's a lot of work in between. Aaron, Ryan, I don't use global shipping programs. Seen a fair few issues from people. However, a lot do also love it. I just list everything with international tracks. I put £10 as cover. Yeah. So yeah, and like I said, there's a lot of people that use it, and because it's obviously going through eBay, it's safer. It's more expensive, but I suppose it's safer. And once it gets to the place where it is in the UK, Langley or something like that, it's obviously then guaranteed. So, and there's always issues with eBay, but me personally, from what I've sold, especially when I sell to people in America, they prefer it just to go direct. And I've never really had it. I had one issue, but we sorted it, and the guy was fine. Hi Toon. There is something here in the States that you guys don't have. Well, you can, but your shipping costs would probably go through the roof. Yeah, the Whatnot's an interesting one because we can buy on Whatnot, but we can't list on Whatnot. So I've tried to become a seller on Whatnot, and you can't do it if you're international. Which is a lot of services in the US. When I say a lot, not a lot, but like Leon will know, like stuff like collectibles where everyone buys a share of a card. Stuff like that's only available in the States. We can't get access to that in the UK. Aaron, I find the customers part quite scary. I find the customs parts quite scary. Would you set the sale value for it or just so? This is another thing that people I don't think realize in the UK. So if we're selling stuff, different buying. If we're selling stuff, the US have a higher import ratio. Ratio is the wrong word. Have a higher import threshold. I don't know where I got ratio from. A higher import threshold than we do in the UK. I think it's $800. Someone might need to correct me on that. I think it's $800, whereas ours is like £135, where we then add VAT. I've never had an issue in terms of then customs being added in for the States. If you're buying, I'd suggest, if you've not got already, setting up a US address and then getting stuff shipped over. Everything I buy from eBay goes to my US address, which then gets shipped over to me maybe once or twice a month, depending on what I'm buying. So and like I said, I don't worry about customs. I ship cards to America constantly through FedEx with PSA and SGC. I barely get, there's an administration charge, but apart from that administration charge, apart from the administration charge, I don't get customs because it's a return, so I then don't get charged. I just need to provide information that it's not a return and whatnot. So customs is a daunting thing, and it got me a lot in the beginning. Like I set this company up last year, and when I say customs absolutely destroyed me, VAT absolutely destroyed me because I didn't know what I know now, I'd have saved thousands. I'd have saved thousands. But again, it's just, it's a learn. It's been a steep learning curve for me. Um, but again, this is one of the reasons why I do this is because, like, I don't want people to get stung and then fall out of love with the hobby because of, losing a few quid here and there, or something not gone right. Like, it's never going to be perfect, but if it's a great thing to make money. If that's your goal, it's a great place to actually make money compared to everything else that you can do. It's something majority of us love, football. The majority of us, if we had a choice, we'd probably go full time in it. We get to meet great people. There's not many things you can say uh, in other walks of life that can give you a return on your investment, also meet great people, and also talk about the sport you love, right? Like, there's not many things that can do that all in one. So I try and do these to help people navigate around the mistakes I made, uh to so you just, keep in love with it, and carry it on. So that's that. LOL, it's mad that my PC value far exceeds I actually get that. It's mad that my PC value far exceeds my value of my Vauxhall Astra. That's quality. But yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I was looking at my collection. I was like, if I sell everything that I've got, I'm like, I'd be sitting on now, nice amount of money. Um, but then again, like you said, there's just the beauty of it is, even though I buy to sell some things, is that I've got things that would are never going to leave my collection. Like, I just couldn't let things go, even though they might be worth a bit of money. I just couldn't, and that's again what another thing that I love about the hobby. Cool, that's great help. Thank you. No problem. How best to send the card to, like, top loader and sleeve and semi rigid? What Aaron said. Alfie, I send just in a sleeve and cardboard back envelope for anything under 10. A lot say under 5. For anything higher, I use top loaders. Never had anyone complain. So for me, I send. Right. It can differ. Oh, camera's not on. So for cheap cards, I'll send in this. I actually put top loaders on everything, unless it's, like, for instance, the other day I sold a load of Revolution cards. So I might double up the top loaders. So I might double up the amount of cards that I send in a top loader. But generally I'll send in one of these. Hardback, please don't bend. This one's from Flora. Cards that I got. In an envelope, in a team bag. And then post that letter, small letter, very cheap. The next size, then anything of more, I keep doing the camera thing. Anything of more value, I'll send in a bubble mailer, team bag, penny sleeve, top loader. I'll do that. And then anything really expensive, I might double up on I might put the mailer in another bubble mailer. I may put it in a box. So it really depends on the value. The more it is, and especially if it's over £50, go a little extra. Don't put £100 card in just this and no top loader kind of thing. Don't ever put it just in an envelope. I'm actually lucky that I think I've only ever had that, like, once, and the card was fine. But don't ever just put it in an envelope. Like, oh no. Cheers. Hi. Do you pre-grade match tickets? If so, what do you look for? And what is usually a good grade for a ticket? Does it depend on how old the ticket is? Toon Life. Yes, I do match tickets. PSA Express. It's £50 per ticket for an express travel, but it depends on there's a number of factors. Basically, if it's there's a number of things to look out for tickets. folds, any ink, any discoloration. Has it remained color? Has the ink remained? Are the corners, are they still sharp or are they frayed? A number of things to look out for. The older ones, I graded um a David Beckham rookie ticket from 1992 match against Brighton. That only got a 1.5, but I think it sold for like $20,000. So again, it depends on what your what the ticket is. I also what's at PSA now is I've got two Jude Bellingham tickets, which are in really good shape. They've got a few soft corners, so it won't get. I don't think it get. I can't remember if I said it'll get a 10 or not. I can't remember. Um, but the tickets are no folds in them. Obviously, they were only a few years old. Kept in really good shape. So it kind of depends. There's no rhyme or reason like of if it's new, it needs to have this. There's a set criteria. Uh, Mostly everything basically. Okay, to put it this way, everything's based on eye appeal. If it looks good, there's chances are you're going to get a decent grade. If it looks good, there's no discoloration, there's no rips, no tears, no edge damage. You're likely to get a decent grade, and that's the same with cards. Very very loose rule of thumb. But eye appeal is one of the strongest indicators of a grade. Then you can go into the micro, which is looking through a magnifying glass to see what the corners are like, to see if there's any discoloration, if there's any print lines, any marks on it, anything like that. So there's a few things. I hope that's ish answered your question. What would you advise to do with impeccable cards, grade or sell? Do you know what, Aiden? It's funny. It's absolutely funny you asked that because I got two Jacob Ramsey cards that I was going to send to PSA today. I looked at the cards and I was like, and there was a bit of edge damage, and One had a mark on the back, and I was just like, this is just like typical with Impeccable. I did send a Messi. I've got a Messi. It was a triple patch that I'm sending just because it was Messi. So I think the same thing may apply in that if it's a good enough player, send it, or if it's and the reason why we're going to send the Jacob Ramsey is because he's got like what, two cards, three cards, including the new Prism. Um, so it was, and he's not in many sets either. So it really depends. It depends on the impeccable. Impeccable's a tough one. Again, yeah, it depends. It really depends on who the player is. If it's Ryan Fraser, I may say not if it is to sell. But I mean, he's having a good season now. To be fair, I know you're after the elusive 5 to 5. Uh, so really, yeah, it really depends on Impeccable because they don't get good grades. Impeccable cards, realistically, and if you look at the cards, get a jeweler's loop. Uh, this is one of mine. I've got many, but get like a jeweler's loop. Let's go with lights. Um, so you can look at the edges. What you want to look for in the thicker cards is the edges and corners, and obviously surface centering are the other things. Sorry, mate. I had to nip away. What have I missed? Oh, mate. Actually, I genuinely don't know. To be fair, I've just been chatting, mate. I've just been chatting. I don't think much. We've just been talking about what to invest in and what I'm investing in, why I'm investing in certain things. So yeah, not much. Whatnot is dangerous. Can easily spend big dollar. I've not actually gone on it properly. I've not bought anything from it. I've been on it once, and it does look that simple. It does look really. I like the model. I like the business model of it. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. I don't like some of the guys on it, but I do like the model that it's just auction, quick, boom, easy. With that point, I use a lot of lower end cards to keep money ticking over to use to spend for grading, buying more items. This is one of the best things about the hobby. So many ways to do things. If you don't have like $1,000
dollars, £1,000 to spend a lot of cards on buying and selling in bulk, etc., to build a pot to grade, and that's what Aaron does. Like, and he's done well with it. Like, and then from the profit, he'll grade a few of the higher end ones, and then he'll sell them, and then it all goes back into. So, like you said, there's many ways to do it. Big up gorilla ships, absolutely. What's your most valuable card invested in soccer? Oh man, um, my most valuable card. That's a great question. My most valuable card. My most valuable card. Do you know one of the things that I don't do? And the reason why I'm struggling is I've got boxes of stuff that I don't know half the cards I've got. Genuinely. The most I've paid for a card is probably about 800, and I think it was a short print Messi, £800, and I think it was a short print Messi. Um, but my because a lot of my PC is uh cheap. It's Richarlison, it's Arsenal. So a lot of my personal cards are in the it's cheap for me to buy. So it like my PC is big for the players that I've got, but I don't have to spend a lot on those players. So I'm not a Messi collector, I'm not a Ronaldo collector, I'm not this that, and the other. So if there is any big cards, it'll be from a break that I've entered. So, for instance, I've got a Pedri Sapphire to 99. That's a few thousand. Um, I've got a short print Obsidian Kylian Mbappe in a 10. Uh, that's, that's a great question. I don't look through my collection. I think yeah. Maybe my short print Kylian Mbappe. Maybe the Sapphire. Maybe the Sapphire. I'm just gonna go for the Sapphire because I can't even think through my collection now. Sapphire, my yellow Sapphire, Pedri, PSA 10. That's probably my most expensive card at the moment. I think. Yeah. One of my cards is worth more than my card. Is it a good card or a shit card? Cardboard back envelopes are the best in my opinion. Plain white envelopes are appalling. Hi mate, hope you well. Oh, you're doing well, mate. Remember that Beckham rookie I got in a pedo? I do, mate. I remember that. I love to bend the card and then put it in an envelope. No worries, Toon fan. Panini bricks won't grade well. They smash them in those stupid boxes. Thought of the Pro Set soccer from Leaf. That Pro Set, yeah. Funny enough, Aaron sent me the video last night. I've still not watched it yet. Uh, I just don't think I'm a Leaf fan. I just think, and I know they're trying, and I know that. I don't think I like the designs. I don't know. There's just something about Leaf that it doesn't appeal to me. I think like I said, I think they're trying to come into this market, and I'm sure they paid a lot for the Erling Haaland autos. Um, but yeah, Leaf's just not. Leaf's just not. It's just not for me. Leafs is just not for me. Right. Um. Yeah, got one off them bad boy loops. I send in cards I perceive to be closer to tens as possible, and Aaron's fine. I had to find the detail to find the faults, and that's I really want to stress that like I would prefer people to know what their cards are. Whether, like I said again, whether you go through me, whether you go through any other middleman, whether you do it yourself, it's always best to know what you're looking for with the cards. It helps when you're looking at cards on eBay. It helps when you go to a trade show. It helps. So don't. I'm like actively saying like don't just trust my judgment, my opinion. Because if I'm not there, it's very difficult. So I prefer people to check themselves, and it's such a good if you want to be in this to make money, or if you want to be in this to get the best cards or whatever, I would implore everyone to get a jeweler's loop, read the grading standards on PSA, um, just get a load of the cards that you've got and just start checking for the details yourself. because it'll help you in the long term. It'll help you learn about um, what to look for. And like I said, it's literally the if you're in it, it's a great skill to have. Then whether you submit yourself or you submit through me, the reason why one of the reasons why I would happily give all this information to loads of people is because I know with me grading for people, it's just a convenience. Like anyone can grade the card. Anyone can send the cards to grading. For me, I'm just providing a service to be able to for convenience. So I know there's always going to be a need for that. But if you're able to do it yourself, give it a go. You'll go through the stresses that I go through in terms of FedEx and shipping and stuff like that, insurance and whatever. So like I actively always tell people to try it, and then you'll know what's best for you because at the end of the day, if you're in it to make money, it's all about the bottom line. It's all about how much am I making, what's the net to me when I'm selling cards. Uh, You get. You need to have a loop to find surface issues, centering edges and corners you can see with a naked eye. Surface, not so much. Invest in a loop. Yeah, oh, absolutely. You need a jeweler's loop. You have to have a jeweler's loop. It it's you can pick up you can pick them up for a tenner. I've got one what costs 30 quid, on Amazon. It's just one with a light. But it's really good. Like I said, I've probably got about 10 jewelers loops now because I have different. I've got a magnifying glass. I've got loads, but definitely worth investing in one. Poor man's future charities leaf. Ryan, if I was to sell them to 5 Bellingham, would you say my best bet is an auction site like Goldin? My sinuses are coming up. There we go. Not necessarily. So I think Goldin, did they take 20%, 17%? And then you've got to ship it. And I know it takes quite a while to. The answer is yes and no. Yes, because it's blah, 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 Golden will get a lot of eyes on it. But it's having that right person at the right time to buy that card. I always say is that if there's only ever one Bellingham collector who and obviously there's loads of Bellingham collectors, but let's say there's one Bellingham collector and he's literally just bought a to 5, one of the other to 5s in a PSA 10. I don't know, yours is probably a pop 1 to be fair, but let's say if it was a pop 2, they bought the other pop 1, then you've got no one for your market, so you will then get less than what you're expecting. What I'd try and do, and I'm more than happy to, I've said anyone who grades cards through me, I'm happy to put if you put a story on, tag me in the story. I will put that then on my story. And it, get some people have a few less people following them than I do, so you might reach a wider audience that way. Test it out, like see what I mean. Let's have a look now. Jude Bellingham to 5. Let's just have a look at Jude Bellingham. Let's see what's sold. And this is an insert. Inserts usually go for less than the base of whatever the card is. So you've got one what's just sold an auction for $1,900. That's decent. Jesus. There's so many low end stuff. Then you get that monster there. What I'd say with an auction. So my thought on it is with an auction, it's final, right? So you put the auction, and you might be able to put a reserve. Like I said, I don't know. I don't use auction. I know Jamie on Instagram will know better than me. Um, that's it's final, right? So if it sells for 500, then you've only got 500. Whereas if you've got the card and you've got methods to test the market, so I can put it on my story, I can put it on investing in soccer story. Someone else might see it, someone might inquire. Then you can get a feel that way, and then you don't have to commit to anything, right? If you send it to an auction, you've got to commit. If you put it on an eBay auction, you'll have to commit unless you've got a reserve fee there. So try and figure out where me for everything is try and figure out what's that sweet spot. What do you want to sell it at? So let's say it was $1,900, and like I said, it'd be more for me because an insert is lower. So let's say $2,500 is what you're looking to sell for. Um, Try and look at previous things that I've sold at Golden or PWCC, eBay, see what's listed, and then if you can, maybe put $3,000 or best of kind of thing. See what messages you get. See what people come in. They might say, right, I'll give you £2,000 plus a PSA 10 Messi, which is worth $1,000. Like so, you'll get offers. Whereas if you do it in auction, it's final. Like it's gone, it's there, it's over there. You're just hoping for the best. Not to say it won't make more if it goes to an auction. It could get 5,000 at an auction, but you don't know that. Whereas if you're setting the terms yourself, you know what your propensity is to say, right, I'm going to accept that, I'm not going to accept that, da, 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 da. And then if you don't make the 3,000, because for me, Jude is the guy. Like, so I don't see you losing money anytime soon on it. It's not like with some people like Noah Lang, Charles de Ketelaere, who um will only rise if they score a hat trick or do this. Jude Bellingham, people are that invested in him. Uh, Pedri, people like that, that the price is always going to remain at a certain level. So you're good. Like, there's no rush to send it off to Golden. If you send it off to Golden next month, fine, but try and see what the market is first. Put a good buy it best or best offer on, and then see what people come back to you with. That's what I would say. I don't know what Leon says to that. If I was to sell poor man's Futera on the Leaf note, I have a 1 of 1 Beckham. The cards are so thick. Don't know if PSA even grade them. I've actually graded. I think it went Beckham. It was like a Beckham. It was like a 4 patch one, and it was thick. They did grade it though. I said not to grade, but the person. Actually, I didn't even have the grade. It went from someone in America to my grader when I was grading solely in America. Uh, and I didn't actually physically see the card, so I didn't know what it would get. They said it would get a 10, and it didn't. It got like an 8 or something, or a 7. It might have been a 7, but they did grade it. Du-du-du. So Felix, oh yeah, I'll come back to Felix. Once I catch up. Yeah, I've only got a few messages to catch up on. I like Leaf Pro set design, but the lack of shirt sponsors badge. Yeah, that's what I don't like. I don't like the no shirt sponsors. Is Leaf Haaland auto sound enticing? You, oh goodness. I mean, I'm not. Do you know what? I'm not actually that bothered about Haaland, if I'm being honest. Like, not that I think he's going to be a goal. I think he's going to be great. For me, I would prefer to put my money in Mbappe, and I know Mbappe doesn't sign, but Mbappe or Jude Bellingham or Pedri. If I had £10,000, I wouldn't buy a Haaland. I might buy 3, 4 Pedris or something like that. So the Haaland auto doesn't really entice me, if I'm being honest. But I can see for some people, like it's Haaland's a good buy. I'm not saying that. It's just for me, that's not where my money's going. I prefer if I had thousands and thousands of pounds to put it in Jude Bellingham, Pedri, and uh, uh, Jude Bellingham, Pedri, and Mbappe. Going back to the buying bulk and selling to make profit, I bought 30 folders of Match Attacks at around $30. Last night I sold a Kenny Miller Adrenaline limited edition for 100 quid. Wow. My PC worth more than my yards. And that's the funniest thing because I know so many people would have more worth in their collection than anything I have. I know I have, flipping heck. If it only goes to 500, then that's when the seller cancels and tells you it's. That is when it happens. Amazing, mate. Right, no worries, mate. Anytime, honestly. Golding will force you to slab before they sell it for you. Golding will make you pay to express slab and suck your juice for selling. Are they really that bad? I genuinely I've never used them. I know people who have used them, and some is still waiting for payouts and stuff like that. But I've never, yeah, I've never used them personally. Do you think a company will get Mbappe to sign for them? I, I think it'll be too much money. I just think it'll be too much money. I think everyone has a price, but then if you're Panini or Tops, like if you say right, sign 10 autos for 10 million, like they won't make that back in the amount that they're gonna, unless obviously they do like it's. Like imagine oh my god, I'm just thinking about it now. Imagine if Mbappe would only sign like 5 cards and it's in Eminence or something like that. Like that product would be over 100k. If it's 70k now, and for the one that was 4 years ago, uh, Mbappe, Eminence with an Mbappe or on card Mbappe, and those are the only on cards. Oh my goodness, that's insane, absolutely insane. Um, The Tops RC Auto is going to be killer. Please don't want to buy Leaf products, and having Haaland agree to be exclusive to Leaf is underwhelming. Yeah, I agree. Mbappe and Zlatan would be huge if they get. Yeah, Zlatan cards actually sell pretty decently as well, which I'm not that I'm surprised at, but I suppose because he's got not few cards, but he does actually sell well. Zlatan, to say how old he is, he does actually sell really well still. Right. So, question on Felix. So, Felix, thoughts? I think he will be a hold in the summer to a decent team, but the World Cup is a big gamble as they are likely to face Italy. So, two things. Me with Felix. For instance, if Felix, there's been talks, and I'm not saying we're gonna get him. I'm not saying we're gonna get him, but there's talks Arsenal are interested in Felix. He'll only come if we get in the Champions League. Imagine how big that move is for a player like Felix to play in the Premiership week in, week out, to be playing in the Champions League, a team where he can be creative and this beautiful flow. Because it's Arsenal's style will suit Felix the way he plays. It would suit him. So imagine having a player like that at Arsenal where he's playing week in week. His stock would rise, especially if Arsenal improve, and we're in fourth now. So if we improve next season, that can only be a good thing for his prices because his prices are low at the moment. So for me, that's why he's a buy. Maybe not so much Arsenal, but might go Man United. He might go somewhere else. He just needs to go somewhere where he can be as creative as how he should of the style. He needs to play for a team that has the same style of play as him. This creative. He could go to. He could easily go to City. I'm not saying he will, but he could easily go to a team like City. And again, his stock would rise. So for me, it's a buy on that reason. The World Cup, I don't have necessarily a problem with because I think if he gets a move to a big club, he could dominate for 4 or 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years at the next club. He's only young, he's like 22, 23, something like that. So the next World Cup, 2026, he'll be in his prime. He could be one of the best players in the world at that time. So to invest in him now, I think it's a no brainer. I need to do it more because when I'm investing, like I said, I'm thinking of Pedri, Bellingham, but I should be moving over to Felix because I do think Felix is a great play, absolute great play. what's your thoughts on Osimhen whole potential? So I'm not. I don't watch Napoli. I don't watch Italian football that much. I just go off kind of what I hear. So I haven't really got a. And by the way, the reason why I say that is because even though I don't watch Italian football, because I'm hearing of him, it means he's doing well in the hobby. So that's also one of the reasons to buy into players is because if people are talking about him, the likelihood is going to sell well. Uh, Personally, I can't, and I when I'm commenting on footballers, I like to comment on footballers who I watch, who I like to play on, who I like watching play, because I can give them a better opinion because I can like any football fan knows that they can see a good player. Like I think I can see a good player. I don't watch Osimhen week in week out, so I don't know how good he is. I've only ever seen him in a few games. So, but because of the hype, um, again, it could be an absolute star. Could be an absolute star. So the hype, him scoring goal is all gonna benefit him in terms of or benefit the people who invest in his cards because it's in the media. All makes sense. And there's the Arsenal tax on his cards. Of course, hey, oh mate, don't even start me on the Arsenal tax. Oh my god, Dub, what's good, Umaga? My guy. Right. So, what was I gonna do? Actually, while we're on Yao Felix, let's see if there's any nice Yao Felix cards. That's not bad. Like stuff like this, like that. Oh wait, did you get a 9? Oh, I thought. See, I just don't like grading autos. Like, just don't like grading autos personally. Anyway, I thought it was a 10. It's not a 10. Ooh, what print is this? Or is it just a base? No, it's just a base. Right. Stuff like this. 2020 Topps Finest, $300. If you could get that for around, I don't know, $240, which is what, about 180 quid? 190 quid. I think that's. I just think his prices are low, man. I just think his prices are low. For who he is, I think that's actually a really good price. I don't know what you think, chat. But for me, that's actually a decent card. Patch Auto for 175. If you think he's gonna be a good player, like some of his prices are just they absolutely make sense to buy now. Uh, it's like who is it now? Jaden Sancho. Jaden Sancho started to score, and his prices are starting to rise. And I'm like, I went through like what last 3-4 months when I've been hyping him up since the Euros, last Euros. I was like, I'm not been buying him like because his name's been in the mud. Like I've not been buying him because he's not been. And then he started scoring, and I'm like, yeah, I probably should have bought more of him. Like, so if you've got players like that, just start buying his cards every now and again. If again the aim is to sell, or if you're happy holding, I'd be happy holding some of these cards. I'd be more than happy holding some of these cards. Um, if I think is gonna become a great player. Base Prism Harvey Elliott are going crazy early on 3 months, one card. Oh, are they? Oh, I'm not. Do you know what? I've not had a chance to look at. Harvey Elliott. any prison prices yet. I've not seen it. I've not even seen any box breaks. I've been too busy to watch any box breaks. Uh, Spell his name wrong. Is it two T's? There we go. Is that base as well? That's not base, is it? Oh my god, it's base. That's insane. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, it happened last year with Curtis Jones, with Bukayo Saka, and this is again, this is another reason why you buy early. So I've bought into some breaks, with the purpose of getting a load of cards to sell instantly, to sell within the next 2 weeks. The price is going to be high for the next few weeks. I can't believe how high the bases are, but again, it's the people who have bought in. Have been buying breaks, last few days. The price is going to come down. It's going to go up, and then it's going to come crashing down. But hey, just as Compton said, Leon said, pro tip, any new release is the best time to sell base immediately. And I've said before many times, if you're selling base, it's at time of release. First few weeks, sell, 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 sell. Jacob Ramsey, Elise, Harvey Elliott, Emile Smith Rowe, Gabriel Martinelli, because the price will definitely come down. 100% it will come down. So yeah, wow, that's crazy. It's crazy. It's happening again. It's so funny because it happened last year with Curtis Jones and Bukayo Saka, and like basically like you said, Aaron, like £1 or £2. I got an Elliot Match Attacks orange, that one, and again but that's the point as well, is that people will equate this to being his rookie card. In 6 months, realize he's got earlier cards, and then they will start to go up in value. So it's just knowing the market, right? What time are we on? 7:30. Perfect timing. So, as I said, one product that and this is, if someone doesn't buy one of these boxes, then I'm not doing my job. I'm not doing my job. This is not my job, but I'm not doing my job if no one's buying one of these boxes. So, riddle me this. So, Topps Chrome, Topps Crystal, right? Topps Crystal. No autos in it. I think it was a Spanish set, I believe. Topps Crystal. So this is absolutely gold that I'm giving you guys now. Absolute gold. Topps Crystal box. So I know for a fact that you can get these boxes for about $150, $170, right? $150, $170, so 130 odd quid. Actually, that was me. That this one here was me. I bought that for, I think it was $150 or $140. And as my guy Aiden said about Haaland in the top crystal. So the base, sorry, he's only got one card in here. So it sells for $70, $80. One card sells for, ungraded, sells for $80. I get you can get the whole box for 140. Tell me any other products with Haaland in. Not even that. This is in Salzburg kit. Like this is in his Salzburg kit, so this predates any Dortmund card. It sells for $80. How is this product 150 quid? 100 quid, 120 quid. Right? Graded. PSA 10. $400. Early Soberslai as well. Early Soberslai. There's an Mbappe in there as well. So you're almost guaranteed one. I think you're guaranteed pretty much one a box. So like, I mean, tell me, chat. Like again, anyone who's looking to invest, is that not the best investment that you could make right now for 120 quid? Bearing in mind that you get so many cards, you get 24 packs. You only need one Haaland to get $80 back of the 140 that you spent. Not even graded. I mean, come on. And just to let you know, the so let's see what we get. What's the popcorn on that Haaland? So look at this. So 315 with 115 gems. Like, I don't know. You guys tell me. You guys tell me if that's not. Can I send you? You can have one for £500, my friend. So again, it's things like this that I try and find little gems. It took me a while to find these, and to kind of, does it actually make sense? And then I was thinking to myself, I was like, this actually makes sense. I was like, Haaland in any other product, Topps Chrome, Topps Bundesliga, Topps Museum, anything, Obsidian, like it's going for crazy money. Whereas this is his earliest card. I expect this to go up. It's one of those that I could be short sighted. I could be very short sighted, but I can't see how this doesn't go up in value when it's the earliest card that he has compared to the other stuff that he's got. And like I said, if you can get a PSA 10, then fair enough. So I do have some Haalands. Yeah, fair enough. So again, it's there you go. I've given you that little gem. Hopefully, some people bite up. Plastic cards are hard to grade, though, aren't they? Well, this is. I mean, so you look at this. It's got a 37% gem rate, which is pretty decent. 37% gem rate is decent. It just means that the ones that you do grade are really good. Look at 2012 Haaland rookie, and those. Yeah, Joe, exactly. The Haaland rookie in that as well. I think it's one of those things that in the long term, in the longer term, should I say, it's just worth keeping an eye on, because if you can get this product at this price now, which for most, I think everyone's going to be able to at least either afford to buy one of them single or to buy a box to hold. It makes sense. Just in case in a year's time, 2 years time, 3 years time, that people realize, oh, wait, this is his earliest card, or this is one of the earliest ones. There'll be reasons why people, gravitate towards certain things, and Topps Chrome Sapphire is always probably going to be the card to get, based on historically what it's been selling for. I'm not saying this ever goes for $10,000, but it's the point of the money you put in to get something out later down the line. I don't see it going down in value. I don't see these going down in value at all. It wouldn't make, it doesn't make sense for it to go down. It's a product that's 2-3 years old. It's a product that's 2-3 years old. It's in his earliest kit. It just makes sense to me to buy some, hold it. Even like I said, even if someone asked about grading, so I've got 5 of these. These 3, I didn't think we're going to get a 10. So I might send on economy. The next time I get some allocation and I get to use it for myself, I might send them in. But I got 2 which I think may gem. One definitely I think will gem. One might not gem. So I've sent those to grading yesterday. But for me, yeah, it's just things like that. I think it's a decent decent buy. Wow, looking good for my Bundy Chrome value. Absolutely. Much more of these printed too, I think, is the reasons, and no numbered variants. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be reasons why it's not selling well, but at the same time, it's like why people invested in 2018, not knowing that there was a 2014 set, not knowing that there was cards before that in 2006 for specific people. The pop rate is the Panini Fussball was printed in way more quantities. I can assure you than what this one would have been printed in. Way more, and people are still sitting on them, and that reached $1,000. It's probably still at probably $1,000, $2,000 just for the sticker and that print run. So I won't say that's a factor in it. So yeah, so it's an interesting one, and I thought it's one I would just share with you. Much more of these. How many Danny Olmo cards from this going for? Let's have a look. Danny Olmo. So I think when I was searching this set, I think the next person in it is let's see if you can get it for a download. I think is Kylian Mbappe. I think he's the next one in here. One ungraded. Mbappe and Szoboszlai. That's spelled his name wrong. But those are the 3 to look out for. Szoboszlai's go for around 20 quid. Decent. So we got a Harry Kane. So it's basically one of these, whatever they're supposed to be, one of these per pack. How much for a pack or 2? Oh, for you to buy from me? Ooh, I don't know. Mate. I don't know. I'm down to my last few now. I may chuck you a few packs, mate. But again, it should for the packs. It shouldn't be that expensive. The price that they are now, they're like should be like $5 a pack. Shouldn't be more than like $6 a pack. So like 4 or 5 quid a pack. So the top card is like always something. I actually don't know what these cards are, but they're. Ooh, Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. Probably not worth much again, because all these are base. All these are base, but these ones you only get one per box, one per pack, but I think it's one per box of a certain player. Lucky if you get two. Bully Chrome is criminally underpriced, but that's with me just buying more. I agree. I agree that's definitely underpriced. I agree. I actually need to start buying up more Bundy Chrome. That's probably my next thing that I'm going to start buying. You can see one of these, whatever it is. Robertson. And some of these, they'll go for it. They'll go for a quid. Like I said, I probably won't list the ones that only go for a quid. But you get so many cards. If you get a Haaland, Ronaldo, no kit, which is crazy. If you get a Haaland, and then, like I said, you just sell these for a quid each, you've made your money back. You've made your money back. But that's what I want to try and get away from is like selling, like I said, selling 1,000 cards. I'd rather just sell it in bulk or give it away because it's too much effort. So there's another one, whatever they are. See another Vinny. Minamino. So big, yeah. I see the gem pot rate for the Haaland refractor is at 1,270, goes up to 128 in the next couple of days. Let's go. So Vinny Jr. at £3. So again, it's quite easy. I just haven't got the time to list cards at the low prices. Raheem Sterling at this variation thing. I mean, I might do. Thorgan Hazard, Hakim Ziyech. And I think as well, if you list them on the UK website, you might get a bit more potentially if it's new. Karim Benzema. Like I said, I literally only bought this for Haaland. I only bought these for Haaland. Neymar. So I don't really know the prices of the other things, if I'm being honest. I have a 9 Haaland ref. Wished it was a 10, but can't complain. Have a 10 Sapphire base. So, oh, nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't have any. Oh, do I? No. I've got a few fatties, but I've not got any. I've not got any Haaland. I've actually got a fatty that I got in SGC 10. Sorry, CSG. Alan. A CSG 9, and I'm hoping I can cross it over to a 10. Come on, Haaland, where are you? Griezmann. Kevin De Bruyne. Trent. You got an Mbappe. Busquets, Gnabry. David Neres. Not bad. Gepper. And Zonzi. Klosterman. I just got in some mail day for me. First time I got CSG holders there. They do, don't they? Like, I think people are gonna. I actually rate CSG. I just don't like the look of the label, and the turnaround times were a bit poor. But the slabs are really nice. The labels still suck though. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping this Sancho again, because he's got a upturn in fortunes, that they might go, for a little bit. But again, this whole box cost me £120. So even if I said $1-2 without even selling the Haaland, should make my money back. Should. Not necessarily that I will. Dembele. Brand. Hubbles. Come on, Haaland. Where are you hiding? Sanchez, thoughts on Florian Wirtz in the future? I know a lot of people big on Florian Wirtz. Again, I've tried to watch him more than I have other players, because again, everyone's just talking about him, and I like him. I like the way he plays. I like the confidence he has. And again, if he's being talked about, he's definitely someone to invest. The thing is with the players like Wirtz, Pedri, Bellingham, it's buying them at the price. Again, it depends. If you're buying them and wanting to keep it for 5 years, great. It'll likely go up in value. If it's the right card, it's going to likely go up in the value. If you're buying a card which is a base where the pop count's going to triple over the next few years, it might not do as well as what you think it's going to do. So that's my only word. Like I said, we've seen it with, I think, like the Sapphire. The Sapphire went through the roof at one stage. It's come back down a bit now in terms of Bellingham, Pedri, Mikoku, all those kinds of players. The prices start to come back down because, again, more are coming to market. More are going to come to market over the next few months. So, actually, shit. Let me just... Waits ain't going anywhere anytime soon. He claimed he will honour his contract till 2026. Fair play. But he'll still be young then, which is the awesome thing. What will he be in 2026? 22? Absolutely nothing. Some of those 30-season Champions League autos are reselling so high. The Blue Terrors was 120. Went for... Yeah, I didn't get any of those. But yeah, fair play. Absolutely fair play. The Torres, the actual auto looked really nice as well. The Torres one. I've never got any of those like lost rookies or sets like that. Just never been a thing. Oh, looks like we might not get an Mbappe. Actually, no, we will get an Mbappe. Gotta have faith. Got to have faith. Yunus Belhanda. He was good on FIFA. Yunus Belhanda. Oh, Ibrahim Kanate. Shame defenders don't get too much love. So I'll be switching off after these packs. A well-earned rest. Not slept for about 3 days doing the last submission. And dealing with the last submissions. So I'm going to be shutting off early-ish today. I can't wait. Back at it tomorrow morning. Actually, just while people are on, word on the street is investing in soccer is starting breaking again. I can confirm the rumours are true. I won't be doing it. Someone's breaking on my behalf who will be introduced very soon. And he's going to take care of all the breaking and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I don't have any time. It won't be very often. It'll be like maybe, well, I won't say it. I don't know. I suppose that's relative. But maybe once a week. Trying to get the new products, but also then some older products in as well. Ooh, first lobbers lie. Nice. Sweet. Very nice. Put that there. And we've got a first of the line case. It's not going to be a case break. We're going to break it into 3 breaks. PYT and random as well. So look out for that. First Messi. Look out for that. It'll be on Twitch as well. Maybe YouTube. So I will have no part. Well, I will have a part actually, but only a small part to play in it. Jean-Michel Serra, Philippe Coutinho, Paco Alcácer, Moussa Dembélé, Ruben Donate again, Koke. Last 2 packs. Hope you've all enjoyed this talk. I definitely have. I always enjoy talking about cards. I'm not. Hopefully, next month or within the next few weeks, I'll actually have more time to discuss stuff like this because I'm setting up a new website for the grading, which should be live in April, and hopefully that'll help with a lot of the admin stuff. So it gives me more time to talk to you guys. Can't wait to get. Hey, Ronnie, yes, Top Loader podcast, my first guest appearance. I cannot wait. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mate. Hope you're feeling better. Leon, you keep mentioning the word have. I invest in cards, sir. The word have is not in my vocabulary, unless have means you'll buy it off me for triple the price of eBay. Do some Tadic and Neuer. Is it going to be a last pack savior? Alan. Is it going to be a last pack savior? Oh, it's not. We've got another Harry Kane. So, that's interesting. So then it's not 1 per box. Which is interesting because the last 3 I opened, I got last 5 I've opened, I got 1 in. Oh, so they're not in there. So these are the ones that you only get 1 per pack, and obviously we've got 2 Harry Kanes. I don't know what their thing is, but these were the top cards that you only get 1 of. Did we get a Jadon Sancho? We didn't get a Jadon Sancho either. So that's good in terms of the numbers. It's not guaranteed. And Mbappe, Kante, Sterling, Werner. Oh, this is an example of investing and that investment absolutely tanking. I've got quite a bit of Werner stuff, which is just hit the floor, absolute floor with Werner. Romelu Lukaku, I think we got again, and another Harry Kane. So yeah, that's not the best. I need donation. Right, guys. Honestly, really on the mend. Been literally looking at cards and stickers for the last 48 hours. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, I can't wait to join it. And I'm gonna actually catch up on the latest episode tonight. So, uh, I'm gonna tonight, no, tomorrow. I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow. I'm gonna catch up on the latest episode tomorrow. Looking forward to it, mate. Right, everyone. Thank you very much for this evening again. I'll let you know, like I said, the cards that I've got, what I'm putting on to eBay. I'll let you know how this fares in a few weeks, how much I made from it. See if I can at least get my investment back. And then yeah, so that's literally what these are going to be about. Happy to, if anyone needs to DM me about anything. I may not respond today, but I will respond by tomorrow. My aim is to actually finally, for the first time in a long time, catch up on all my messages. So if I've not messaged you, feel free to message me again just to remind me to reply to you tomorrow. And I will do so. But thank you for everyone who's endured this 2 hours. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I hope you've taken something away. I'm off, mate. We do an update this week on the latest subs that's been processed. Yeah, if it's I need to add the ones that were processed this week. So what gone to PSA for the Your Economy ones. I'm setting up a new WhatsApp group for that. So every submission has a new WhatsApp group. So I'll set up a new WhatsApp group and add everyone in from that. That should be tomorrow. And then I'll let you know the focus. But basically, everything that's gone to PSA should be at PSA by Friday, this Friday. All the best, mate. Yeah, nice one, Aiden, mate. Nice one, Ronnie. And I will speak to you guys for the Express. Oh, I'm off, mate. Of the latest sub that's been processed. So all the what have you? If you've got a grade from the cards, everything will ship by tomorrow. If you've got the grade from PSA, if I've given you a grade from PSA, it's everything will ship by tomorrow. Yep. If what was the other sub I've got there? If your sub was from a few weeks ago, it's at grading currently. There's an express at grading. The latest express, which was from this week, that reaches PSA on Friday. So there'll be 3 submissions in 3 months. The earliest ones are being sent tomorrow. Everything will be sent by tomorrow, shipped by tomorrow. The next ones are at grading. The ones after that will be at PSA this Friday. So I hope that answers everything. Got something else to share to you. I keep finding I love gems, me. You can see I love gems, mate. But yeah, you're one of the people as well I need to catch up with, Aaron. So I will do so. Thanks, being graded. Cool. Yep, no worries yet at graded phase. And I will update that group tomorrow. So that's me done. That's my 2 hours. I hope you all have a good evening. And I will speak to you this time next week. See you later, guys.